still gets a lot of damage.
Oh,
Down
man,
here's the tail end of the neutral sig.
But
he tried to get the landing off of the cider, but Fozy jumps above him.
It's so close, Taza.
Okay, Friedazol gets hit with a D-Light.
Falling off with the D-Light.
Oh, it's so. Oh, the neutral sig gets dodged, and he gets a Sair punish. Fozy, I thought he was going to go for a ground pound. Down sig comes through instead. Weapon toss, down sig from the sword. Double down sig.
He's got to be scared, dude. He's got to be scared.
Friedazol's just like on the platform. He's like, oh man, what do I do?
Yeah,
oh, he dodges through. The down air was so good.
There's a lot of active frames on that, dude. Friedazol timed that perfectly.
Down sig's like meant for
Fozy's got no dodge. Here it comes. Friedazol taking the offensive off the side. Can he finish him? What a play!
Can Fozy make it back?
No way. Wait,
dodge?
Yes way.
What? No, he never fell. Dude,
Pixel,
Friedazol, me and you were all thinking there was no way.
Done,
and if Fozy gets a stock off of that, that's crazy.
Oh,
no
my
way.
Gosh.
How are they making this so close? Okay, down sig, dodge, recovery hit. Fozy defense too high. Friedazol has the orb. I mean, Sair's not going to hit. Okay. All right.
Calm down.
I was hoping that the stocks would go away there, but it's not even the last stock of the game, but it feels that way.
It feels that way. The way these guys are playing
players realize that the entire game's like on their backs right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The recovery hits. Fozy's still living.
The dodge. Bam! Oh, that taunt came out so fast.
Friedazol has celebrated so much.
All right,
he
Godly
deserves it.
It's all on Godly's shoulders right now. They can just win this tournament if Godly can take the 2 stocks remaining off of the yellow team. And with how damaged Friedazol is right now, it's not the second stock is not that crazy.
This is like I can tell Friedazol is okay. Neutral light comes down. All right. Game match
now
point.
We're gonna find out. Was it worth it? Can Heisen handle Godly in the anchor position? Here it comes. Godly.
Oh no. Okay. First hit goes over to Godly.
Remember, Heisen is ranked 13 in this event.
Yeah.
Going up against
and Godly is just undefeated in 1v1 since he started competing. So Godly down there
he is easily the most. I mean, he would be #1 seed in any 1v1 tournament.
Heisen loses this. Team Pink wins it. He wins this. They go to a game 3, and let's see. It's so close. Heisen in a slight damage deficit. He's got the defense advantage. Some of the Sair hits him.
Godly could just win it right now, and he went for it with that slide kick, but it didn't pan out. Now Heisen's got a weapon advantage over Godly. Looking for his opportunity, but Godly manages to grab the orb. Here we go. Oh my god! Oh,
stop.
Heisen. Okay.
Sair sideline.
So much
he went for the recovery, but Godly hits him with his own recovery. Heisen on the right side. Godly.
He's in KO range, man. He's in the danger zone.
Oh, yeah.
Heisen's got to be careful.
He's so close there. A neutral sig or a side sig. I feel like Thor can survive one strong hit here, but then after that,
pretty
it's
good
done.
Defense.
Oh. Sideline cider, he's still living. Weapon throw, he fast falls.
That was a good dodge by Heisen. And the tournament is over, ladies and gentlemen. The pink team wins the European Crew Battle Invitational. Godly, Fozy, and Solarson are the champions.
Oh, man, and Solarson.
Man, that came down.
Solarson at the end, highest damage on the team. I cannot believe it.
Dude, Solarson putting the team on his back.
I mean, what?
Even though Godly clutched it in the end, like, it cannot be understated how much Solarson did. He's coming in ranked 22 out of 24 in the entire event, and he is MVP twice in a row. He MVP'd Grand Finals.
And even though Team Yellow lost that, Friedazol had 4 knockouts, highest on his team, 817 damage, and was also the lowest seed on the team coming at 19.
That was a real battle of the underdogs.
Yeah,
like, and for some reason,
the underdogs looked the best.
It was Friedazol doing more than anybody on his team, and it was Solarson doing more than anybody on his team. Not what you'd expect when they're teamed with guys like Godly and Pavelski.
Yeah.
And it's not like they did poorly, but
Early one in the grand finals, went all the way to a reset with Acno winning at the end, but Simple's usually up there to challenge Acno. Not to mention that the winner of this match that's just begun, in game #1, is going to be fighting against Acno in the lower quarterfinals. So, Friedazol is going to have to take out the 2 winningest EU singles players in the tournament to be able to progress, and that would be quite a feat. And we've seen things of similar caliber in bigger regions like North America with Java, right? We were calling him the God Slayer because of how many of the top players he was taking out in a row in one championship. Maybe Friedazol is on a similar level here as we're seeing him go against Machete with the orb here.
But here's the problem, though. Because he has to get through Machete first. And we've seen Machete end so many people's hopeful runs. Usually when it's like, okay, I've got a bead on like the usual grand finalists, Machete just puts a stop to that. He plays so differently from everyone else that I don't know. I had a pick for Blaze to do really well this tournament, but Machete in past events has kind of stymied him out, and we see it just here in the first minute. Friday Soleil's momentum has been stopped. Machete is that rock golem wall in front of him.
And to highlight the statement you made of Machete playing so differently compared to other players in EU is the fact that he is opening up a court for game number 1, right? And that is in itself pretty cool to see.
Unusual pick.
So, going into this game 1 on Demon Island, Machete was able to take the first stock with a side sig on the gauntlet, switches back over to the hammer, and Friday Soleil with the sidelight side air takes that stock off and evens things up 2-2.
Yeah, that's going to be the big thing because, you know, we've got a little bit of matchup of the immovable object versus the unstoppable force. Core, incredibly high defense. He is a golem. Whereas the Enchantress here, tons of power. You said there's a lot of strength on that scythe, a lot of strength on the orb, so you're dealing a lot more damage and force than you usually do with those string-based weapons.
Yes, indeed. And we saw that Silent Cider knocking out a respectable amount of damage earlier on. Friday Soleil was trying to go for the dodge down read with the gravity cancel Silent, but Machete, wary of the options that orb players like to take. Oh, wow. Okay, fighting back on arm.
That Haymaker is doing work today. What is going on in EU?
It is. It's just. It must just be a Demon Island special. Like there's when I think about it, there's very little platform in general for this stage to run to, right? And the side sig unarmed, it lasts so long, it's so powerful, and catches a plethora of landings that
especially
you might
if
as well
dash
be
into it. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh wait!
Oh wow! Wow!
Huh.
Friday Soleil also just manages to stall long enough to get that dodge back. And
that's interesting.
I thought they were both going to fall.
I feel like something was misinputted, whether it was a jump or a dodge, and Friday Soleil started ground pounding way too soon, but the chaos ended up securing the stock for him anyways. So now here we are again, dead even, game number 1 between the Enchantress and Core. Machete with the hammer, opening up that cider, trying to hit Friday Soleil away. The side sig misses, but does not get punished. And that falling cider will put Friday Soleil in a great position for an edge guard as he puts out the orb down there. One hits, the second one does not, and the sidelight punishes. Really close game so far. Machete bringing the damage back to even. Oh, that stop cider hits.
I mean, that's the thing. If they just trade back and forth, Machete will come out ahead because, you know, he doesn't have the most force in the world, but it's enough, but he has those big weapons.
Yeah, he does, and now he's in a scary position where that side sig is looking real good. He might go for the neutral sig as well. Friday Soleil going really high. Doesn't punish the weapon spawn. Goes in, but no, the down air catches Machete, but he didn't use his recovery. Can he dodge up? He cannot. Friday Soleil with game number 1 secured off of a really well-placed down air, just catching him off guard. And I was just as surprised as Machete was. I thought Machete had plenty of time to wait in the air, maybe put out a side air before using the recovery, but he just got caught off guard.
Yeah, and man, just to tell how close that match actually was. I mean, look how close they were in both of these last 2 clips, but only 13 damage difference between them both for the game.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's very small damage differentials between these last 2 sets that we just cast. It was very, very similar between Viper and 720 as well. Game number 2, Apocalypse. A little bit more room to recover this time around. Let's see how that's going to help Machete as he's already opened up quite strong with the gauntlets. We're trying to go for the down line, but the down air.
Oh!
From Orb hits. Oh, weapon through to cover his head, and he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, surgically placed ground pounds. 2 of them right in a row, catching the dodge no less. That's GG.
That's such a meta adaptation from Machete to
Do it
wait
again?
for the orb weapon throw up. That's why that edge guard was able to work out. He hit everything on the gauntlets, and a gauntlet player I know will just want to keep punching them, keep pummeling them. But he waited in the air, no fastfall, nothing, for the orb to finish rising and falling before the next ground pound hit, and Friday Soleil couldn't make it back to Apocalypse's short walls, and Machete continues extending this lead.
Yeah, and I mean, what a lead it has turned into. He's lapped Friday Soleil in stocks. Is this? No.
Nice.
All right, yeah, he thread that needle so incredibly well, just skating right by. Perfect dodge up through the corner.
Yeah, a benefit that Apocalypse provides for characters that have those very strict recoveries is that you can ride the slants of the walls underneath. Sure, you can't get your wall touch back on them, but if you use the Gauntlet Recovery into them, you'll slide up while avoiding the risk of, say, a weapon drop.
Yep.
And it was well done by Machete there. And now look at this. Machete on the verge of a 3-stock in game number 2 after losing game number 1. A huge momentum swing as Friday Sully does not get a strong hit of that Scythe recovery. And the unarmed recovery is not even nearly enough.
Yeah, we'll see that people try and ride those recoveries on the corner. Oh, the side air, taking the first stock off. Still 2 to cut through if Friday Soleil is looking to bring this back. But yeah, a lot of people, they try and ride those recoveries around the corner because, you know, it gives you a little bit of safety. You can get some of the earliest hits that you're afforded. But it is a solid piece of geometry, so it will kind of split you and your target.
That was a very brutal game, too. And it was all up the left side of the map. Machete playing both well with the Gauntlets and Hammer to take down Friday Soleil's stocks earlier than expected. And we're seeing that here in these highlights. Left side of the stage, 1 weapon throw, recovery. Oh, man, that's the second time that Machete has wildly impressed me with his ability to wait and watch how his opponent is choosing to mix up their recovery and punishing them at the very last moment. Did it with the Gauntlet ground pound on stock number 1 and did it with the Hammer recovery on stock number 3. We're going to game 3 with a set evened up 1-1, and the scenery changes once again to Miami Dome, and we don't have the same benefit that we had in Apocalypse for Gauntlet recoveries here this time. That means that if Friday Sully throws a weapon down, you're going to be bonking your head onto the side of the stage if you try to dodge underneath.
Yeah, dangerous. Oh my gosh, just catches the dodge once again. Hammer ground pound.
What?
There's 2 of them, and it caught the recovery. Slide kick to ground pound. How many more is it going to take? 1 more. That's right.
That's gorgeous. Machete
0
is
to
on
death,
fire.
20 seconds.
That was amazing, and that was after 4 consecutive ground pounds, 2 hammer ground pounds, 2 unarmed, and always getting the down like ground pound, and then catching the return with the hammer neutralite. Friday Soleil is fighting back to get the stock to even things up, but that weapon throw came through. I think he was trying to force a dodge, maybe to get a ground pound right again, but Machete on core is just devastating off stage. Look at that.
That was perfect. That was perfect placement of that recovery. Machete had him dead to rights. There was no dodge left. He had the angle lined up for the ground pound. That was the only option that would have gotten Friday Soleil back to the stage.
Yeah, nice adaptation from Friday Soleil because they have to make those adaptations. They want to stop losing these stocks as an orange on the left side of the stage, trying to use the platform to his advantage and instead of getting hit by the recovery. And now Machete putting out the end sig on the gauntlets and into the nair on the hammer. That's another stock, and this is looking grim for Friday Soleil.
Yeah, Machete has really just kind of honed in on what it takes. He's like, all right, you're going to do this. I'm going to just leapfrog over and answer. He always has the next answer lined up, and that's turned into working on a 3-stock once again. Oh, no. Okay. Thanking your lucky stars that Machete's toss went a little bit wide of that corner. Because, man, that would have been disastrous.
Ooh, okay. Unarmed nair for the edge guard knockout. And yeah, I talked about it a little bit earlier. When you hit your head at the bottom of Miami Dome, there's nowhere for you to escape. You have to go back to the wall on the side that you're at. You can't go underneath the stage. And Machete just missed capitalizing on that game to 3-stock. But there's still a lot of work for Friday Soleil to do, and this is a good start. Downer didn't hit. Ground pound avoided. 1 downer hits. Recovery hits as well. Machete, can he make it back? Downer hits. I think that's it.
Ooh, stomps.
Oh, all right, Friday Soleil. I mean, I got to remind myself that the score is 1-1. This is a pretty close set. Machete was running away with the momentum, but Friday Soleil could just as easily take it back, and that ground pound was amazing off an amazing edge guard from the scythe as well, and Friday Soleil seems to be capitalizing on this weapon as well. Down there.
Oh, Fry catching the dodge. Going for a ride.
Side section coming out. That one
Scythe
actually hits.
So good at guarding the corner.
Weapon throw down, gets the spot dodge, but the dodge is a much lower cooldown on ground than is in air. 1 neutral light hits. Let's see if Friday Soleil can get another sidelight starter. Machete has been taking only damage, and that's the first bit on damage that he's hit back.
Yeah, this is crazy just how much of a lead Machete had, and Fry was able to bite into it completely, and once again, we're neck and neck.
Yeah. Switching over the orb now. I am a little hesitant to see how he's going to be able to do with that. Went for the sidelight down, so Reeve the downer hits point blank. Bouncing it off in the right fashion. Oh, he gets right behind the down stick as he casts it. Machete doesn't want to go for anything too risky off stage. We're seeing the ground pounds come out a lot less. The clash of the Sares. Oh man, it's who's gonna get their combo starter first? Is it Fry with the side lights, or is it Machete with the down light? Oh, Machete gets the stop.
Down light.
Nice.
You ever see a suit of armor on a motorcycle?
I just did.
Machete is going to show it to you every single time.
Yeah. Man, he is.
Yeah. All right. So this to start off the game, absolutely insane. What a highlight.
Yeah, down like ground. I think he gets another one right here, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Does it again. Woo. We see that side air knockout, 3-1, and at the very end, Friday worked so hard to get back, but that was that situation where it's like, when tensions are high, one player's on hammer, the other one's on orb, and you're both at a point where your side light Sayer or D light side air is going to get the knockout. It's just who's going to get that combo starter first. And Machete happened to get the landing there, got the win, and now is in a match point situation where only one more win will give Machete the progression to fight against Acno in the lower quarterfinals. Meanwhile, Friday Soleil has to win 2 games in a row to stay alive. Where are we going for game number 4? Because so far every stage has been different.
Ooh. I don't think you run that back to Miami Dome. Yeah, there's the ban.
Wow, these are crazy options left open. Enigma, Great Hall, and Crystal Temple.
Platforms.
I'm willing to say that it's the Great Hall if it were Friday Soleil's decision. But because it is Machete's, I'm thinking we're going to Crystal Temple just because we get those edges that are working so well off of his offstage. He's been winning. Whereas the Great Hall, I like Scythe a lot more because of those platforms on the side to catch people off guard with nairs and down airs and bring them closer to the blast zone than they might like. It's a tough decision for sure. And we can see Machete's really thinking about it.
Got to weigh all the options. Because, you know, it's really just he wants to win this game. He wants to push through because this is lower bracket.
Yep. And it looks like it is the Crystal Temple
you're going home.
So Machete on the same wavelength as me. Maybe the reasons are different, but I like this map because of how well he's been doing off stage with the ground pounds both on Hammer and Gauntlets, and because Hammer and Gauntlets recover so similarly, it really benefits from the slant on the bottom of the stage because they'll just continue riding up it until they get to safety. So good start from Machete so far as we're in game number 4.
Oh, and continuing the weapon starve, Fry. So much damage.
Yeah, sidelight recovery, able to hit automatically due to that dodge being down, and Fry coming back in, try to fight.
I don't know how that trade kind of works out. Boulder to the face sounds pretty rough.
Yeah, well, it is rough as we see Fry's damage is quite high. Not high enough, though.
Wait